Tonight, we investigate three of the most haunting and perplexing mysteries of all time. First, Inspector Kane opens the heartbreaking case of the boy in the box, a young child found dead with no identity and no justice. Then, Isla walks us through the spine-chilling legend of the Bell Witch, a ghost that terrorized a family and left behind a legacy of fear. And finally, Detective Gaspar traces the eerie disappearance of Brandon Swanson, who vanished while talking to his father, just before saying two words that would never be followed by answers. These are stories that chill, confuse, and endure. Let's begin.
I'm Inspector Kane, and tonight I reopen a case that has haunted Philadelphia since 1957. A child's body discovered in a cardboard box. No identity, no parents, just silence. This is the tragedy known as the boy in the box. It was February 25th, 1957, when a college student wandering through the woods in Fox Chase, Philadelphia, found a cardboard box. Inside was the body of a young boy, around 4 to 6 years old, naked, bruised, and wrapped in a blanket. He had deep blue eyes, light brown hair, and a face that looked peaceful until you noticed the bruises and signs of neglect. The box had once held a baby bassinet sold by J.C. Penney. Police were baffled. There were no missing person reports that matched the boy's description. He was dubbed the boy in the box, and the media called him America's unknown child. The autopsy revealed severe head trauma as the cause of death, but the boy was also malnourished with signs of long-term abuse. His hair appeared to have been cut post-mortem, and his hands and feet were wrinkled as if he'd been submerged in water. Theories swirled. Was he abandoned, drowned, tortured? Investigators chased thousands of leads, door-to-door canvases, fingerprinting, checking every orphanage and hospital. Nothing matched. Over time, the case went cold. Then in the 1990s, a woman known only as Mame came forward with a chilling story. She claimed her abusive mother had bought the boy, kept him hidden, and killed him in a fit of rage. Details she shared matched the autopsy, but no evidence could confirm her story. Decades passed. In 2016, DNA technology brought new hope. The boy's body was exhumed again. This time, science had a shot. In 2022, a breakthrough. Investigators used genetic genealogy and matched the boy's DNA to relatives. He was finally identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli, born in 1953. But with that name came more questions. His parents were both deceased, and no one knew how he ended up dead in a box. To this day, no one has been arrested. The boy finally has a name, but his story remains incomplete. Joseph Zarelli's name has brought light to a long-forgotten child, but justice remains elusive. Who failed him and why? Now we move from tragedy to terror, to one of the most famous hauntings in American history, the Bell Witch.
After Inspector Kane closes another unresolved case, the chilling questions linger, but there's no time to pause. Now we step into a world of shadows and whispers as Ayla takes the lead. She's ready to explore a mysterious location steeped in eerie legends and spine-tingling tales. Are you brave enough to follow her into the unknown? Let's uncover the secrets of this haunted place. Let's go.
I'm Ayla, and tonight we travel to early 19th century Tennessee, where a family claimed to be haunted by a ghost so aggressive it became legend. This is the tale of the Bell Witch. The Bell family lived on a quiet farm in Adams, Tennessee in the early 1800s. John Bell, the father, was a respected farmer and churchgoer. But in 1817, strange things began. It started with knocks on the walls, rustling sounds, and scratching beneath the floors. Then came the voices. Whispers in the night, calling names, reciting prayers, laughing mockingly. The family called it the witch. The spirit became aggressive, especially toward John Bell and his daughter Betsy. Betsy was slapped, her hair pulled, and sometimes thrown by unseen forces. Neighbors visited the house and experienced the same events. Even prominent figures like General Andrew Jackson investigated. Jackson reportedly said, "I'd rather face the British Army than the Bell Witch." His wagon allegedly refused to move until the spirit allowed it. The witch's voice grew stronger, answering questions, mimicking family members. It sang hymns, predicted events, and even quoted scripture. But its cruelty intensified. John Bell's health declined. He developed tremors, seizures, and mysterious symptoms. In 1820, John died. The spirit laughed and declared, "I gave all Jack his medicine." It even interrupted his funeral. Betsy was tormented to the point of calling off her engagement, which seemed to please the witch. After that, the spirit gradually faded away. But it wasn't gone forever. It promised to return in 107 years, and some say it did. To this day, visitors to the Bell Witch Cave report cold spots, strange sounds, and disembodied voices. The legend has inspired books, films, and fear for over 200 years. Skeptics say it was mass hysteria or manipulation. Believers say it's one of the most well-documented hauntings in U.S. history. Whether folklore or fact, the Bell Witch continues to send shivers down the spines of those who hear her story. Now, let's move to a modern mystery, a young man, a rural road, and a final phone call that ended in silence. This is the disappearance of Brandon Swanson.
Haunted places have always been shrouded in mystery with no clear answers to their eerie stories. While Ayla uses her extensive experience to explore and investigate these sites, it's time to move on to the next segment. Join Detective Gaspar as he dives into a strange and baffling case that will leave you questioning everything.
I'm Detective Gaspar. Tonight, we follow the trail of Brandon Swanson, a 19-year-old who drove into a ditch, called his father for help, and then disappeared while still on the phone. No trace has ever been found. On May 14, 2008, Brandon Swanson left a college party in Canby, Minnesota, around midnight. He was driving home to Marshall, a town just 30 minutes away. But somewhere on a gravel road, he drove into a ditch. Unhurt, he called his parents for help. He believed he was near Lind, a small town nearby. His parents drove there but couldn't find him. Brandon stayed on the phone with his dad, saying he'd walk toward the town lights. They talked for 47 minutes. Then Brandon suddenly said, "Oh, SHT, asterisk." The call went dead. That was the last time anyone ever heard from him. Police began searching the next day. His car was found miles from Lind, nowhere near where he said he was. This suggested Brandon had been disoriented. Tracking dogs followed his scent along a gravel road. Then they lost it at a riverbank. Some believe he fell in and drowned, but extensive searches of the river found nothing. There was no backpack, no phone, no body, just nothing. His parents believe something else happened. They think he may have been picked up or harmed. Minnesota later passed Brandon's law, requiring faster police response to adult missing persons. but it hasn't brought them their son. To this day, no trace of Brandon has ever been found. The mystery of his last words still haunts everyone who's heard them. Brandon's disappearance is as sudden as it is haunting. A voice on the phone, then silence. 3 stories, 3 unsolved cases. But maybe someday, the truth will speak louder than the mystery.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. Each time, we dive into chilling true crime cases, eerie haunted places, and baffling missing person stories. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment with your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinion. Stay tuned for more mysteries in the next episode.